Have you ever heard of Unitarian Universalism?
No, tell me
Yeah,
about
so I'm a Unitarian Universalist, and it's it's a combination of like two um, like Christian Christian faiths. They combined like back in the '60s, and then it became its own thing. So like we're not Christians; it's like a separate religion. But we're characterized by having seven commonly held principles that we affirm and promote. And these principles are things like the worth and dignity of every person, um, and um, our fourth principle is like the use of democratic process.
that.
But our the seventh principle, and actually there are eight principles now, but we had seven principles for a long time up until like 2 years ago. Um, our seventh principle is the interconnected web of life of which we are all a part. Um,
Beautiful.
yeah, so we spend um, the summer camp where I work. Their focus is on that principle, where it's like where our primary focus is community building because of our interconnected web and things like that. So I think that just based on what you just said, I think that you'd really enjoy UUism. Um, what I love about UU is that we're not a dogmatic faith. So there's nothing that you have to subscribe to other than our principles that are very like open to any kind of faith practice that you bring to it. So there are a lot of like Jewish people who are like, yeah, I'm not religiously Jewish, and like I don't subscribe to like the faith of Judaism, but I'm culturally Jewish, and I have all of these like practices that I take part in. Um, and I'm also UU for like my faith-based practice. So there's like a lot of like combinations and things like that in our but yeah, I really love my
That's
faith.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that's reminding me of this, something else that I've been thinking about a lot recently is how there are so many different religions and spiritual practices that like have, similar teachings in a way and like can, I guess, like lead to the same end of like love and like interconnectedness. Um and all of that. And I find it really beautiful when people are, combining different
Th-
practices or different like beliefs from different like traditions, depending on like what makes sense to them.
yeah. And that's like very typical for UUs, especially like UUs who grew up UUs, that they'll just like borrow things from other places. Because um we have a principle of like everybody has the free and responsible search for truth and meaning. So there's like a lot of borrowing happening, um, which is really fun. Like, yeah, I think it's really important. Hey, David.
You have a cat.
Yeah, her name is Little Mai, named after a Moomin character. I also have a dog named Max.